Hey guys, long time no see, right? Well, in this video I'll go over my plans to return to regular video making and streaming, as well as my future plans for the channels. Stay a while and listen. Let's get the obvious question out of the way. Why the long absence? First of all, real life was a definite factor. Stuff like moving apartments back and forth, as well as getting adjusted to living as a fully independent adult, is no small leap, especially when I intend to strike a balance of a gaming job with some semblance of a personal life. Second, there were certain technical reasons. Lackluster hardware impacted my gaming performance while streaming heavily back when I did that, and taxed my patience even when it came to non-live content, such as recording and rendering videos for YouTube. I opted for the patient path, taking my time, setting money aside, and I have, at long last, a decent rig for a content creator, I believe. But finally, and perhaps most importantly, my spark for Diablo content creation has been severely diminished with the incremental patches that practically embodied 2016. The last batch of exciting content came with 2.4, and it has been well over a year since that patch dropped. The life cycle of 2.4 point something patches has been squeezed to the last drop, and it was hard to get excited about the 2.4 meta 3 patches in. I'm getting a sense that this is about to change, however, which brings me to my next point, my plans for Diablo 3. I want to make one thing clear, I still love the game and will continue to produce high quality content for it as frequently as the content introduced to the game permits. We are slowly approaching the next milestone patch, 2.5, and aside from the controversy of the early PTR changes, with primalations and all, big number patches like this usually get a good deal of item additions and reworks, and even entire new game systems. I'll be giving everything noteworthy a thorough testing live, and a condensed analysis in video form. That being said, I've given a good look to my YouTube analytics page, and I'll be changing my old guide format to better fit viewer interest. With respect to the fact that viewership interest majorly drops off past the 3-minute mark, I'll do my best to condense the most important information into a 5-minute format, but still provide a thorough written guide in the video description. As many of you might know, I'm currently in charge of the Diablo section on icyveins.com, and I can personally assure you that the ins and outs of skill and item selection will still be available for those striving to truly understand their build in depth. Last but not least, during PTR cycles, such as the one going on right now, I'll also focus on creating focused feedback videos and threads to hopefully assist the developers into improving various aspects of Diablo that might get overlooked. I've done that in previous patches and I want to believe it had some impact, so starting with 2.5, I'll do more and better researched suggestions, and I heartily welcome your constructive criticism during the streamed sessions in order to create a better feedback loop to the developers. 2017 will also mark my expansion into other games. I never intended to create content solely for Diablo 3, and I hope you welcome the change of pace every now and then, with a full concentrated playthroughs, for example, of single-player titles, as well as periodic delves into other hobby games, both ARPG and other genres. And this brings me to my final point, the roadmap, so to speak, for February 2017. This month I intend to focus almost exclusively to regaining my streaming form and video content creation prowess, as well as monitoring the 2.5 PTR closely and starting the feedback project I mentioned earlier. I'll go through all 6 classes in the game, writing down and filming videos with very specific, in-depth suggestions for 2.5, putting an emphasis on actionable suggestions first, such as pure numerical changes, but without neglecting more long-term stuff that will affect the metagame and the itemization as a whole. Well, in conclusion, I hope you didn't mind this introductory video coming off of this admittedly enormous pause. Those that pay attention to my written content on Icy Veins know that I never truly stepped away from the game, but I know that the living touch of streams and video content is preferred by many. In any case, thank you all for watching, and here's to a great 2017.